Previously on RPG Pals Club, the heroes got a house, and they got a ghost, and they got a ghost inside their house, and they made a long discussion about mortality.
I'm sorry, I get very emotional.
Luke, there's a musical imp in your recording booth again.
No, it's the dog in. He's got a bulldog. 3 bulldog heads this time. Yeah.
Oh god, he's a Cerberus.
That's too many.
But I really like the long spade tail. That's rad.
That's so fucking metal.
Alright, well, I'll be back next time, so you can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I know.
He's too strong. We can't stop him.
He flipped over my tiny garbage can that I have in the basement.
That was such an unnecessary move.
I know.
Could have just gone around.
Power move, though.
It is
Real dick move.
It is a real power move, I gotta admit.
Oh, PG-13, PG-13.
So Luke, you should be cleaning that out more often.
I know.
Probably.
All
There's some
right.
bones in it.
Now, let's play the music.
My name's Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard, aka Rhymey B, and I play Oi, the Drow Punk Monk.
Hey, I'm Gar Atkins. You can call me Sahoni. I play Dodger. I go by he, him, and Dodger is a sad wolf boy in my collection of many sad wolf boys. He's not really sure what he is, but I like him.
My name is Madison Rowan. I play Koyos, the lizard man crocodile dude who really likes dogs. Just loves them.
I'm Sam. I play Kier, the Warforged Hexblade working for the Zentarum.
I'm Gina Dazer. I'm they, them. I am playing Nevenia. I am a changeling. Everyone knows it, except nobody knows it. It's a secret. I'm a bard sorcerer.
Bardster.
Sorcerard.
Sorcerbard.
Also, there's another person who is very important to all of us, and they're named Barry.
Barry. The most important character in this campaign is Barry, the Pomeranian dog, who is my best friend. I'm sorry, everybody, you've been demoted to next best friend.
Legit and justified.
Yeah, I mean, like,
No
one
arguments
dog
here.
5 times.
One dog,
One
five
dog
times.
5 times.
One dog,
I was
five
kind
times.
of excited because I thought you were like leading into me, and then it's like, oh no, Barry exists.
Also Luke's here.
Oh, by the way,
One dog
Luke.
5 times.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and let you know that Kira has been upgraded to definitely rich in Dodger's eyes.
Well,
Excellent.
I am Luke, your game master. We are playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and yeah. So you just sort of made peace with the ghost. It is Founders Day, and so you're going to start off with Kier, who is getting a note. So Kier, where are you? You're hanging out inside the, study of the building?
Yes.
Yeah, so as you are, waiting there, you notice that there is a paper bird outside the window.
And I recognize the paper bird as like a usual method of communication for me.
Yes, between the Zentarum.
Right. I open the window, look both ways, and just daintily pick it up and bring it in.
You recognize Davil's handwriting on there, and he says, "Hey, you made yourself a real big hero. You got yourself a house. So if you want to get some of the other friends to do some work with us, we can always use an extra hand. If you do, go and check in with Yagra."
There's no return method on this spell, is there?
No, he just expects you to follow orders.
Yep. I destroy it, as usual.
All right. And yeah, what are the rest of you doing right now? Oi, what's up?
Oi is still checking out the bait. So, like, have we settled into our bedrooms, or has it been long enough that we've settled into proper bedrooms, or it's still like we just finished up communicating with the dead?
You just finished communicating with the dead. There is a party out in the street. So,
Okay. All right. Oi is checking out the party.
yeah. Yeah, there are like a number of like people out in the streets. Some of them are drinking, some of them are eating food. There's like a vendor who has a cart of like fresh sausages that you are probably not interested in, but they smell good if you were.
Okay.
And there are also some other businesses out here on the street if you wanted to explore.
Right. What kind of businesses are there?
So there is a shop with a small wooden sign called that marks the shop as the Bent Nail. There is another one called Steam and Steel, which seems to have a lot of like smoke and steam coming from inside of it. There is Corallin's Crown, which looks to be some sort of apothecary. They got a bunch of weird plants that don't look like funguses.
Okay.
There's a building that only has a orange and black sign featuring cat's eyes that's there, and there is a very big bookstore called the Bookworm's Treasure.
Okay. I'm gonna check out the Bent Nail.
Is anyone accompanying our not that well mannered or familiar with surface manners companion?
I was going to go out and try to get Founders Day discounts on remodeling supplies, so I could be.
Before he runs off alone.
Sure.
I say out of character.
Into the neighborhood that we just moved into.
Yeah.
Probably a
Yeah.
good plan.
I can be with you if that's all right.
All right.
Yeah, so the two of you go into the Bent Nail, and inside the front room of this store is some beautiful ornate wooden furniture along with some bows and crossbows. And then the wall behind the counter has some very nice wooden canes, some quarterstaffs, even some shields. And there is a male half-elf there. He says, "Happy Founders Day to you."
Happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders Day?
I nod.
Like, he's like, yeah, that's a thing you say, right? Might as well.
Yeah, so what brings you in?
I don't know. I just heard there was like a bunch of noise and people celebrating and stuff outside, and I wanted to check it out. What's this place?
This is the Bent Nail. I'm a wood carver. I craft wood.
A woodcarver, fantastic. We've just moved into Troll Skull Manor, and as you may have noticed, it needs a bit of upkeep.
Yes. Yes. Well, if you were interested in doing that, that might be a bit out of my range. There are the guilds.
Ah, yes, the guilds.
Yeah. If you want, I can put you in contact with one of them.
That would be wonderful. I know we're maybe making the rounds of shops. I look at you to see how exciting things are in the neighborhood. I was just sort of following Oi around. It's their first time in the city.
Well, welcome to Waterdeep. It is a beautiful city. I can't imagine living anywhere else.
So Oi looks at the quarterstaff and it's like, why are you just selling this big wooden stick?
It is not just a big wooden stick. It is a weapon. It is a traveling tool. It is a strong bar that you can use to brace, he says as he gestures to show all the things you can do with a very nice quarterstaff.
Could I do a little demonstration as I am trained in quarterstaff?
Yeah.
I do. It's okay.
I think I have simple weapons training, but
I'm not great. Oh, I had an idea. I have, my lute. And I pull out my shiny lute with pearl inlay and 4 strings. And you have yours.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Oi takes his out and it's like, and he pets it like a pet. Strokes it like a pet.
And if we're going to be a team now, what if we all got little tchotchkes that we could use for our respective things? Like you and me could use a pick on our lutes.
Okay.
And we could get a little stamp with our initials on it.
Ooh.
Sort of like a bonding experience.
All right, I'm down for that.
Yes.
So you're interested in getting some detail work on your instruments?
No, like a little triangle shard of wood or metal with an initial on it to strum with.
Well, let me see what I have. Is there any specific wood you
go.
like?
Why don't all of them be different? But the same design, but different woods. yes, like
He goes and gets a like sample book of woods that he has. And so there's like some beautiful like cherry red wood in here. There's some like more of a dark oak color. There's even some lighter like birch. And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I can easily get you a variety of wood."
fantastic. You know what? I'll take a clue from you. Why don't you surprise us?
That's a dangerous thing to ask.
Surprise us for no more than 10 gold.
Ah, well, that is
Still a bit much.
far too generous. Far too generous.
Yeah, it's like for a little tiny
Yeah,
pick.
it's like,
I wouldn't
hold on.
expect to pay more than 5 silver, and I don't know what the hell is going on in this how much things cost in this surface world. But
I'm sorry, you're right. I don't really travel with cash and do a lot of things on barter. 10 silver.
All right. And so he asks you to leave your instruments with him, and
What?
he
No,
says
what?
you should be able to get
What?
them. What?
No, we're making like picks or keychains.
Oh. Okay, I had misunderstood. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He says, yeah, I should have these done by the end of the day, barring anything else coming up. And
And it gives them everyone's initials.
okay,
and he takes those down on the notes. So we then cut over. What is Koyos up to?
I feel like he would have tried checking out some of the upstairs and check out the bedrooms. So he's got to figure out where he's going to be staying so that he can make a bed for Barry.
Yeah, as you're like going up there, Kier is also there. So do y'all want to do a scene, or would Kier not try and talk to Koyos?
Oh, Kier would talk. Looking for somewhere to stay, yes?
Yes, there's many rooms, and I'm not sure if we've already decided whose is what.
I don't think we've gotten that far, but considering your room would need to house 2, I don't see a problem in you having first choice.
Oh,
Just, if I may, do you bathe? Don't take that the wrong way. It's genuine curiosity.
do I... what?
Never mind. Not important. And I take Koyos to the bedroom that's adjacent to the spare room.
Mm-hmm.
Second
See.
floor.
Yeah, I see it.
Now, what about this? You can sleep here, and maybe we can put a little doggy door, and Barry can sleep right next to you, in the next room.
He gets his whole room to himself. Aw, I like that. How do we make a doggy door?
Well, typically just by putting a hole where Barry could get through. It shouldn't be that hard. This place is crumbling as it is.
I punch the door.
Like in the middle?
Yeah.
Roll me a strength check.
You said to put a hole in it, you didn't say where. How's a 16 do?
Yeah, you like get a decent hole in the wall. It's like I think maybe a half foot up, so Barry will have to like walk through it. It's not down to the ground, but Barry understands what the hole is for and immediately walks through the hole created by your massive meaty fist.
Oh, that works perfect. Thanks.
You're both welcome. And I dust some splinters off myself and Barry, and I go to dust it off of Koyos, and then just you're fine, and head back downstairs.
What is Dodger up to right now?
Dodger is probably like trying to decompress from that whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last episode. So I think he's just kind of wandering around the rooms, a little less excited now, but kind of taking in what this actually meant to this guy. And being very contemplative and goth.
Not AF.
Yes. I think he's also going to kind of eventually end up on the balcony on the second floor through the den.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of be looking out at the Founders Day parade and stuff. And kind of going, we got a lot of work to do in this house.
All right. I mean, that's true. And as you are waiting out there, you receive a letter sent on a paper bird.
I never get letters, so I'm going to open this very cautiously.
It says to the heroes of Rainier.
And I'm going to open it, I guess.
The letter written on the paper bird says, Rainier tells us you are a good bet. He bought you and your friend 2 tickets to the opera tonight at the Lightsinger Theater in the Seawolf. If you're interested, meet Mert at the intermission. Private Box C. Formal attire is required for admission.
Well, this letter's not for me. but I am going to take it and probably like next time I see here or Navinia, hand it to one of them.
It could be for Oi.
Because
I mean, it's got music in it.
Yeah.
yeah, there's music, but I also saw the formal wear thing and just like eliminated him immediately.
When you are looking outside, you do see a street vendor with like one of those huge sticks that we use to sell like pretzels at shows, but on it is just Founders Day costumes. Get your Founders Day costumes. We got all sizes, all body types, all outfits.
Dodger's gonna be like, you got mail on the way out, and then go check out that costume guy, I guess.
Hey, what can I get you?
You got something that covers the face?
Yeah? Is that all you're looking for?
That's all I need.
I mean, you got a nice looking face there, buddy.
He kind of looks back from under the hood. You got my coin.
Alright. Well, I mean, are you just looking for a partial face mask? I mean, you got a bit of a nose on you, so that might be a bit moving. Are you just looking for another hood? You looking for something nice?
Give me something for the top half of the face.
He pulls the pull down and like presses a button, and it gets a like base at the bottom as he's going through, and he finds like a very nice green cloak. And he's like, "How's this?" It is.
And
Go ahead.
And he's gonna, shift around for the coin and stuff under his current cloak.
Now the nice thing about this, inside pockets.
That is nice. He Dodger likes. I like the color green. I usually don't wear it though. Might be nice. Switch it up every now and then.
Well, it's only 3 silver pieces. It is a Founders Day special.
Well, you got yourself a Founders Day sale.
Sounds good. Anyone else you got in there who might need a nice outfit?
Dodger kind of looks back and goes, stick around for later and we might get you some more business. But do you got anything for kids? Like, and he kind of gestures with his hands, 10 to 8 range.
I mean, you're talking human kids or humanoid kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of thing are you looking at?
Just get me a couple of costumes. There's some kids I want to surprise.
Yeah. So he pulls off, the famous painting, The Blue Boy?
Mm-hmm.
He gets like 3 suits that are just like that. One is red, one is blue, and one is yellow.
Awesome. Dodger's gonna probably take those costumes and hand it out to some other street kids, so they can take part of the Founders Day stuff and not feel kind of left out. And after that, I think he's just gonna wander around the ward in general, because he never goes up to North Ward by himself, so might as well get to know the new neighborhood.
Yeah, there are the other businesses, but we'll check back in with our initial shopping party. So how are y'all doing, Oi and Navinia?
I look at Oi and we leave the store. I say, what, do you have things like this where you're from?
The Underdark parties? I mean, we kind of have celebrations like this, yeah. Just that, they're all spider-based.
As to be expected.
Yeah.
Why don't we make this a full day, since we've already spent half of it in offices? We'll get you some Founders Day pretzels. We'll get you an outfit. We'll get you some streamers, some snacks. Maybe not the bready ones. Name it black pretzels.
Yeah.
Some roasted tubers.
Okay.
They do one where they cut in a spiral and make it really long.
Ooh.
Yes, it's called an air elemental tatel.
Ah. Yeah, that sounds good. Hopefully I can find some surface world food that won't upset me.
You don't have cows there, do you?
No, what's a cow?
You want to meet a cow?
Yeah, let's meet a cow.
They're huge, and you can eat them and drink them.
Ooh.
But only if the people who have the cows, don't do it unless you have permission. That is... Yes, I was a cat. It's fine. Anyways, we should go.
And Oi and Navinia, as you're going on to look for a cow, roll me a quick perception check.
I rolled a 9.
You said perception? 13.
All right. No, you guys are going on to find a cow. Are you planning on leaving the city walls to get to a cow, or?
No, I'm staying in my neighborhood. I want to meet, like, maybe there's like a cow petting thing they bring into the city.
Yeah.
Like, the founders used to have cows. Here's what a cow is.
Oh, yeah. No, there's like a guy in a very it's a orc.
It's like a Ren
Look
Fair
at my
situation.
blue ribbon pig.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a orc sort of dressed in like blue overalls with a white shirt underneath and a big straw hat, and he's riding this massive cow. It is like maybe even a auroch that got mixed with a cow
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
like a
down the
dire
line.
cow.
Like it is, yes, a dire cow, just much more
Oh
passive.
man, I would love to have dire shark
Oh my
It's
cheddar.
crumbly, but it burns.
Dire
The milk that bites back.
milk. Dire milk. Dire milk. Oh god.
Extreme lactose intolerance.
That's what flaming hot Cheetos are made
I mean,
out of.
yes.
Crack the code.
So we go to meet this giant dire cow. Stay calm. They are friendly.
Well, howdy.
Howdy.
Y'all want to meet my good steed?
Is this what a cow is?
Yes, sometimes.
Yep. This is my orcish battle cow. My name's Shaker. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Shaker is one of the people who tweeted about the show. Thank you.
Shaker and their orcish battle.
The orcish battle cow farmer.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Congrats, Shaker. And Oi just goes to like
Gently.
he doesn't understand what petting is, so he just kind of like touches it a little bit, like just pats
And I
it.
kind of like, I pick up some hay and I like hold it up to it. And I pet its giant fuzzy nose.
It like happily eats the hay out of your hand. Yep. Decided to take my good cow friend here into town, remind people what it's like on the outside.
Yes, it is terrifying.
Yeah, I'm from the Underdark, so I know what an outside is. And he's just looking at this like battle cow, and he goes to him. You say it's a battle cow?
Yep.
That is so metal. And then he just continues like petting it.
Now imagine these things roam in herds, hundreds of cows large, just rampaging across the countryside, eating everything they can. And the only thing that can control them is tiny dogs that yip at their feet.
I also want to correct you.
What?
This is not metal. A metal cow would be a gorgon.
Oh.
This is actually the cow level. We found it.
Which is why I never leave the city. That's everything I have.
This fucking show sometimes.
Sometimes, all the time.
All the
Sometimes,
times
but
we have
always.
fun.
Let us get you a Founder's Day hat.
I'm sorry, just the gasp.
Selling costumes here. Get your costumes.
How convenient.
He's back.
How are you doing today, folks? I heard someone mention a hat.
He just appears, the summoning word.
I'm very good at my business.
You turn around 10 times and say hat, he'll find you.
He'll always find you. My friend here does not have a hat yet, and would like a hat.
Dr. Seuss hat, Dr. Seuss hat, Dr. Seuss.
Ah, well, a hat without a head is like a pond without a lily pad.
Think about that for a second. Slowly nod.
What sort of hat are you looking for?
What kind of hats do you got?
Well, what kind of image are you trying to promote?
Hey, look at that badass rock star over there with the ability to shred like no other.
I think I've got just the thing for you.
Sweet.
And he has a, like, brilliant crimson red, like, crushed velvet top hat that he pulls off. And then he pulls out a, like, knife and he cuts the, like, top platform off out of it.
Right.
And he says, and he hands it to you.
Okay. Does it go over my mohawk?
Your mohawk sticks out the top?
Yes.
I was expecting. Okay, because good thing you did that. How does it look? I turned it to Vinia. How does it look?
I can honestly say I have never seen its equal.
And then Oi goes, how much?
2 silver pieces.
All right, hands him the money and just like, all right, let's go.
But you forget, I do not have one myself yet.
Wait, do you want a hat?
And I look, and I see one like at the very top that just looks like it's a cluster of feathers. Yeah, this, I think for today, is just enough.
No, that is not a hat.
Yes, this hat I will wear. It is for me. Please, can I have it?
No, he
Beautiful, majestic hat.
he reaches up for it, and it is a actual live bird.
Wonderful.
I was just noticing in the costumes.
I tie a string to my hair, and it's the curls, and I tie a string to the bird's foot, and I set it down, and I sprinkle some crumbs in my hair so it has a snack.
All right.
Just going full Roman, aren't you?
And at the end of Founders Day, we shall set it free to found its own bird city in the sky.
All right. Well, I think I see my cousin over there also selling costume pieces. Hey, what you doing? This is my territory.
Oh my god.
I grab boys on we don't want to get involved. These girls are very temperamental. Good.
And so we cut back into the apartment, and Kerr, as you are looking around, you see the note, the invitation to the opera.
Koyos.
With tickets.
Koyos.
Yeah.
Do you have anything planned today?
No.
Marvelous. Well, if you could accompany me, I have a few errands to run, and I think we might be going to a show later.
What's a show?
Oh, Koyos, you're going to make a delightful companion. Come.
I scoop up Barry and I follow after Kerr, just kind of happy to be coming along.
And so you guys go out of the building. Where are you heading to first?
Well, business before pleasure. So there's a few people I need to meet. Yagra, first of all.
You do see Dodger on the street. If Dodger wants to tag along.
Dodger, busy?
Oh, Dodger looks around to make sure you're talking to him.
Yes, you.
And then goes, no.
If you'd like, I have a few errands to run, and the more the merrier, as they say.
Sure, why not? And Dodger's gonna tag along.
We're going to a show.
Well, 2 of us will. Dodger, I'm assuming that you left the letter?
Yeah, I thought they said fancy clothes.
Well, anyone can have those. You'll see. But if you don't want to go or you're not comfortable, I certainly won't be forcing you.
Yeah.
I've never been to a show, though.
Kerr, do a quick perception check for me.
That's a 16.
You'd notice that the letter was incorrect. There are actually 5 tickets in there.
It was written backwards.
Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rainier needs to work on his handwriting. Either way, we're all going, so don't worry, I'll make sure you're dressed appropriately. No, none of these street vendor costumes either. Please. We'll meet my friend Morn later. They'll hook you up.
Okay. Dodger is just kind of looking around, very much almost like for a way out, but he realized, nope, I've committed.
I have
to see this through now.
You're stuck with us.
So Dodger's going to join them on their little adventure.
Okay.
So, Yagra Stonefist.
Yeah. Yagra, you know from your relationship with Yagra, should probably be at the yachting portal.
We'll speak to your boss, too. Maybe you can talk about moving, if you have any belongings still in the tavern. Come.
I mean, I don't live there. I just, sometimes I do odds and end tasks there for extra money. Run errands.
Forgive me, I just assumed that anyone giving you money must also be taking care of you one way or another. Seemed like you need it.
I mean,
Oh no.
he looks very upset about it, but he decides not to commentate on that. He's like, well, they give me jobs. That's pretty good. And, it also helps because I can take care of myself, but there's a bunch of other kids out there, and I like to be able to help them when I can.
A noble endeavor that is. And I'm just kind of shooing him into the bar. Yagra!
So, yeah. How are you doing?
Marvelous, and a happy Founders Day to you.
Happy Founders Day to you. Yagra is wearing a pretty nice dress. It fits her aesthetic. It's browns and greens and very earthy tones without being overly feminine or anything, but it still cuts a good silhouette.
Who did that for you? Was it someone at the costume guild, the seamstresses, or was it one of our own?
Street vendor.
You're not really helping my case. I'm trying to... Either way, Yagra, I received note from Davil. I think that there's work for me.
Yes, he's up in his room. You know where it is.
Right.
Or, oh wait, no, you don't know where it is? She winks, trying to be, like, a bit coy to see, like, if you want to play how much you know with what is going to be asked.
Of course, I have no idea. And I wink several times, and then I roll my eyes at her.
All right, well, he's up in his room. Follow me. And she leads you up to, like, the third floor to one of the rooms and knocks 3 times on the door. And Devil calls from inside. Ah, yes, come in, come in.
I poke my head in. Davil, I have a couple of civilians with me, but they're the ones who helped me out the other night. Were they welcome?
Ah, yes, yes. Come in, come in. Can I get any of you something to drink, something to eat?
Dodger's just gonna look between them and be like, no, I'm fine.
He stands up and gives Kerr a hearty handshake, and then moves on to give Dodger a handshake. Does Dodger return it?
Dodger does return it. It takes him a second though, because he's got to get out from just having the most hunched shoulders and arms crossed that he can. But he gives a handshake back.
And then he turns to Koyos.
I think after watching the other two shake his hand, he kind of gets the idea that this is something you're supposed to do, and shakes his hand.
Yeah. So, Davil's Star Song is a elf. He's got like a coppery long hair, handsome fellow. And he says, well, you are quite the heroes, are you not?
I just helped out when because I thought I could.
I ate some birds.
And is that sort of the work that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I like eating birds.
It pays.
Of course. We love to help people. That's what we've come together to do, Davil.
Yes, well, we are members of what is known as the Black Network, or the Zentarum. We are mercenaries with a long history of doing good in the world, doing what needs to be done, and we always enjoy finding newer members. We provide, along with that, other services if there are materials you need to acquire, if you need a loan. That is something we are more than happy to provide.
Uh-huh.
I step in front of
Dodger's gonna roll can I roll like insight into this?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause
Do you believe him?
no.
No, that's the good insight question, I find.
Yeah, Dodger does not believe them. Mostly because Dodger believes that they're telling a half truth, but he wants to. I guess he's trying to get a read on this guy. Plus my insight, that's another 17. How does that do?
That is very good. I will let you ask 3 questions.
Okay. Are they trying to recruit us?
Yes.
Okay. Is this guy telling the full truth?
It is hard to tell. He has not said anything that is a lie so far, but you've heard like some of the stuff that went down with the Zentarum in the past. That was sort of notorious.
And finally, do they actually think they're doing good?
Yes.
I step in front of Davil. What we provide, most importantly, is security, both to our members and our clients. I myself am a member, and, well, it's a family, and one that either of you would be welcome to join should you choose. However, Davil, if I could propose, I am a representative in good standing. If I can complete work with them assisting me,
Yes.
is there membership required?
If you can, no, I trust you. You've shown yourself to be loyal before, and you get the work done.
Thank you. Now, if it's decided, we can continue to help. Yes, friends?
Yeah, sure. It's
That's all I want out of life.
Kind of getting some odd vibes in the area. So Quiz is kind of like looking between Dodger, Kerr, and this new guy, and just kind of trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, Dodger is not afraid to just kind of meet this guy's eyes, though. So, but yeah, he's like, well, as long as I feel like I'm helping someone.
And Davil nods and says, someone has been killing elf and half-elf sailors in the dock ward recently. 3 have been found dead so far, each one decapitated by a blade in the dead of night. I think we need to look into it. Maybe the City Watch could use some help.
I'm good at finding people.
I doubt that they would be active tonight. Based on the festival, it would be hard to even find someone that alone in the dock ward. But if you can spend some time later on this week, that would be helpful.
We'll put it all on calendars.
Sounds good.
We have calendars.
Oh, Koyos. Oh, we have so much decorating to do in your room, don't we?
Speaking of, could we go look at some stuff?
Of course.
Later? Okay. Cool. I've never had a room before.
I have someone that I think you'd like to meet who could easily assist us in the decoration in both your spaces and yourselves. And I do a little semi-disdainful but loving gesture towards the both of you.
You.
Dodger looks very upset because he likes his cloak.
I just got this cloak. It's green.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's green. It brings out my nothing.
The gray I can blend it in city.
The gray
I can blend it
works,
in
though,
countryside.
Exactly.
Get a blue one for if I'm ever on the ocean.
Perfect. The ultimate disguise.
And so we cut from there back to Navinia and Oi wandering through the streets. What y'all looking at?
Oh wait, you should go. I've talked to you.
All right. So I'm trying to adjust my hat a little bit so it fits a little neater over my mohawk. I asked Navinia, is this your first Founders Day, or how long have they been doing this?
Since the city was founded. So long ago.
Are there any? I'm sorry. Like, is there anything else going on in like our local vicinity? Like, is there like, food? Is there music? Is there some kind of play going on?
Yes, and yes, and yes. There is always so much to do, but we shouldn't celebrate all to ourselves. I did come out here to try to make sure we got some good deals on some Founders Day discounts for our new house, like perhaps a couple of chairs, beds. We have no beds. We have no beds in the house. Where are we going to sleep? We should solve that. We should go to...
Oh, no. You chop down a tree and you haul it out a little bit. It makes a great bed.
No. You cannot do anything to the wildlife or the plant life in the city without proper authorization or justification. I know. I'm right there with you. This is the worst. Anyways, I was thinking, why don't we could do guild stuff later, but if we can just at least get some nice things that aren't piles of garbage. Well,
all right, what do you mean nice things?
You know garbage, right? Not that.
The opposite, if you will.
Or we have enough garbage in our house. If we go to the bookstore and find a book on how to make beds, we could just make it out of the stuff we have. Punk rock style. That's the thing you
All
want,
right, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, DIY. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to the bookstore. I made this vest myself. I made this loot myself. Sure, let's go for it.
I can tell all of those things are true.
Oi takes that as a compliment.
Yeah.
So you head to the Bookworm's Treasure, which is a store that has this like sign with a gold dragon on top of like a hoard of books and scrolls, and inside is like beautiful dusted hardwood. You have that nice earthy scent of old books in the air, and like the bookstore like shelves go up to the second floor of this building.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite place.
And you are greeted by Rishal, who is a short dragon-born, gold dragon ancestry, who has come down in, like, kind of tacky robes, to be honest. Like, You know how you can get like clothing that has the Constitution or stuff printed on it?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her robes like have the initial founding documents of Waterdeep on them.
I love them.
And yes, she comes down and says, how are you doing today? Happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders Day.
Oh, I love your hat, and you have a bird tied to your head.
It's going to be the next day thing. You know, we're the founders not guided here by a bird on their ships, like with like seagulls, like before
No,
they
they
went
were
to
not.
land. Isn't that? Anyways, I don't know. Who cares? So, like gesturing to her Founders Day outfit. I mean, obviously you do, but that's fine. We're here to get books on how to make things yourself, like furniture and window frames and beds and musical instruments, maybe? Out of garbage.
She's still blinking at the bird, which is like gone to try and go to one of the bookshelves.
Nope, it's tied to my head.
No, it tries to fly a little bit, but then it's yanked back like it's
Yeah. It's like a yo-yo bird.
Oh.
Also, perhaps a book on bird keeping.
She like blinks several times and says, yes, and starts guiding you through the books. You walk past a table that says spells for sale, ask about our scroll offerings, and she gets over to crafting manuals and says, yes, here are the books that you require. Furniture for yourself, furnishing your business.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
The Blood
Yes.
King's Guide to Home Decorating. That one is a classic. Oh, yes, it's a 6th edition. The Blood King has a new appendix. He has updated all of the original illustrations.
Oh, I hope he includes the new way of shining up those bones for your skull throne.
Actually, he
I can never get the light to work right with
the
me.
Blood King has stopped doing
Oh,
a
really?
lot of bone sculptures. He had a lot of complaints. Yes, there was a run on. Oh, I'm forgetting. It was. There were some trolls who got very offended that he kept suggesting that they use
Oh,
troll bones. It was an enlightened
see.
group, of trolls who asked that he didn't.
you know, I appreciate them speaking
But,
up. It's like that whole orc bone china situation a few years ago. I understand, but also it's inconvenient.
Yes. I'd rather be able to go and sleep on a bed and be sure that it was taken from creatures that were either less sentient or at least were willing to give up parts of their body.
Absolutely. You don't want to risk another ghost. I mean, it's happened once, it's happened 100 times.
If I had a dragon for every time
If only.
that I had that happen, I could buy my way onto the Secret Lords.
Oh, you could. Oh, that would be wonderful. Wouldn't it? Or have you already? Wink.
She winks back. And is there anything I can get for you, sir?
Yeah. So is there anything here how to build musical instruments? Because, I mean, I hope it's in that Blood King book. Because honestly, that would be the most badass loot ever.
She moves slightly down the DIY shelf that's there, and there's loots for loot. And
Which is LUUOT.
yes. And crafting instruments, the 7th edition, and just another book that is written all in Elvish. And she's like, I'm pretty sure this is about making instruments.
Can I take a look at the book?
Yes.
Because I do have Elvish as one of my languages, as I am a
You're a drow?
Very convenient.
Yes, exactly. Do I need to make a roll for that, or I can just read it?
No, you can just read it.
Okay.
It is a book about sort of growing trees into your furniture,
Okay.
and also instruments and other things.
Right.
And then the back half of the book is mostly just very graphic sexual.
Yeah,
poses.
on that furniture that you've grown.
It holds up the book and it's like, ooh, this one looks good.
Wow, it's like a tattoo magazine.
The back half is just a heavy metal magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, if you're going to grow some trees into wedges, you got to use those wedges.
Exactly.
We have fun here.
So yeah.
Yeah, Oi breaking the fourth wall opens up to a page in the back half, and it says, "Yes, here are all the different ways we can have fun." And it points to each picture, translates in Elvish.
I realize what you're looking at and go, "Oh my!"
Look at all these fun poses.
And I drop the books. How much for these? We should maybe not that. We have children in the house. They point to the bird.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Dodger is very glad that his nose is not burning right now.
That will
Well,
be...
there is a page here saying something about doggy style. I don't know if that would.
No. I close the book and I take it out of your hands and I put it in the returns pile. Nope.
That will be 15 gold pieces. Or 15 silver pieces.
15 silver, absolutely. For all 5 books. Not getting that elven one.
Yes.
No. All right. I will
Yes.
pay this as a Founder's Day gift to my new friend.
Thank you for the shards. And as you, collect your purchases, roll me a perception check.
Is it to see if they steal that elven book? Because
Sneaks it into the pile. Take it.
I rolled a 9 again.
So, Oi, you, try and look at that book again, but, Navinia doesn't stop you. She is distracted because outside, in a rather ostentatious outfit, is a drow who you can tell is staring at the pair of you. And that is where we will end this week's episode.
I'm Sam. I play as Kerr, the aristocratic Zentarum Warforged, and you can find me online at FrundingLoom on Twitter. That's Frunding_Loom.
I am Madison, and I play Koyos, the lizard man who just loves dogs. And you can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRikuru. That's Rikuru spelled Rikuru. Or just by screaming into the void. That works too, probably.
And I've been Eric. I played as the punk monk drow Oi. You can find me on Twitter at Rhythm Bastard. I also do punk music based off nerdy stuff, so you can find that at either rhythmbastard.rocks, patreon.com/rhythmbastard, rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com, or on Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all that other cool stuff.
Hey, I am Gar Sahoni Atkins, and I play Dodger, who's currently a mystery. Shh. You can find me and occasional articles on game design or actual game design that I wrote myself at Sahoni_stuff on twitter.com. That is spelled Sahoni, Sahoni.
Yeah, I'm Gina Dazer. I play Navenia Drexel, just your average story-hungry person of normal descent who is excited to be involved. You can find me online at Twitter at Adaser, Adaser, or twitch.tv/theposhpanda, where I do illustrations and game design.
And I'm Luke, your game master. You can find me on Twitter at Koltreg, that's KOLTREG, along with RPG Pals Club, which is what you have been listening to, because I don't think we named it. You can also find me on the podcast Multiversal Q, which is a comic recap podcast, as well as Exiled, which is a actual play using the Marvel Phase Rip system about superheroes and emotions, and on the John Wiki podcast, where it's explaining John Wick through Wikipedia links. This has been RPG Pals Club. Our website is rpgpals.club. Our Twitter is RPG Pals Club. And we're on RPG Pals Club. We are playing the Waterdeep Dragon Heist 5th Edition adventure. And thank you for listening to our first episode. Our next one will be released when it is released. We're still figuring out the schedule, that sort of things. But thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, let us know on Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
I'm totally getting that sex book while she's not looking.
All right. Stop recording.